Hello students, in this part we are going to learn about the rectangular components. See, this is one of the most important topic because whenever we are going to resolve the vectors, basically we are using the rectangular component, or we can say the resolution of the vector into a two perpendicular components. What does it mean? Understand its definition first. When a vector is resolved into its component and the component are at right angle to each other, then such components are called the rectangular components of the vectors. What does it mean? It means that suppose if we have any vector which is having or which is making some angle theta with any of the axes, and when we are going to resolve that particular vectors into its perpendicular components, then it will give us the resolution of the vectors. So let us assume that we have any vector which we called and vector O and P. So suppose this vector is lying on the between the xy plane. It is lying between the xy plane. So this is my x plane and this is my y plane, and this vector is making an angle theta with it. Okay, this is clear to you? Any vector which is lying on the xy plane and which is making an angle theta with it. So let me call this, or I will find out the position of this. I have drawn one perpendicular on x-axis and one perpendicular on y-axis, and I call this as n and I call this as m. Let this distance be called as ay and this distance we called is as ax, because it is on the point where it is lying and it is making an angle theta with it. Okay, so when it is making an angle theta with it, what we are going to find that how we can resolve and what will be the components of it and how we are going to deal with it. If you will see here, we can find out here it is a triangle. It is forming a triangle. So according to the triangle law of vector addition, what I can say is OP vector, because this will be the resolution. If this is theta, so this will be my 90 degree. So what I can say, OP is equals to my ON plus of NP. I can write down. If you will see here, this side is equals to this side. So I can say here NP vector is equals to OM vector, right? I can say this. So here I can substitute in place of NP, I can substitute ON vector plus of OM vector. If you will see here, I have the value of OM and I have the value of ON as well. So what it is? That is AX plus of AY. I can write down, and this is my vector A if I will say. So I will find out A vector is equals to AX plus AY when they both are perpendicular to each other. So we can say here that is the AX and AY are the rectangular components of the A. AX and AY are the rectangular components of the A. Now we need to find out the value of AX and AY. So we are going to see how we can find out the value of AX and AY. So now we are going to discuss here. We have got the equation as A vector is equals to AX plus of AY. This shows that AX vector and AY vector is the rectangular component of A vector. So if you will see here, that is in the previous video we have discussed, if suppose we have the x, y and z plane, then x is representing a unit vector, that is I cap. This will be my unit vector j cap and this will be my unit vector k cap, right? This way I can represent this I, j and k. So here we can say that is if we have denoted all this and these are the vectors which we have got, so we know that I cap and j cap are the unit vectors along. These are the unit vectors where along the x, OX I can say, and OY. So I can write down this as AX vector is equals to AX into I cap. Why I have written? It means that AX is representing the magnitude and this is representing its direction. And AY vector I can write down AY as J cap. So this way I can write down. So this equation will be turns to be A vector is equals to AX I cap plus of AY j cap. Okay, where AX and AY are the magnitude. You understand what I have did? And this IJ is representing its direction, so it makes its vector quantity. Now we are going to find out the value of AX and AY. Okay, we are going to determine the value of AX and AY. See, when you are going to do such problems, no, that time nobody is going to ask you to drive all these things, but you should know from where we are getting this. That's why we are doing it. Okay, so we are going to find out here, we need to find out the value of AX and AY. So if you will see, we have AX here. Okay, this is AY, so it means this will be also my AY. So if I am going to use the trigonometric ratios, I will find out the value of AX and AY. So what I am going to do is, from finding the value of, suppose I need to find out the value of my AX. So if you will see, if I will use the trigonometric ratios, so cos theta is what? Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. If you will see this triangle, what is my base? So that is AX, and what is my hypotenuse? This will be A, already discussed, so this will be A. So we can write down A cos theta is equals to AX. I have got the value of my this component, that is AX cos theta. AX value is AX cos theta. AX cos theta. Now I need to find out the value of AY also. So for finding the AY, again I will use the same triangle. Sin theta is equals to what? That is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. What is your perpendicular? That is AY. What is your hypotenuse? A. So we found A sine of theta is equals to AY, right? So I have got my value of AY and I have got my value of AX. So I have got these two values, and we need to find out what will be the values of this. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take, let me call this equation 1 and let me call this equation as 2. So by adding and squaring equation 1 and 2, we found that is A square sine square theta plus of A square cos square theta is equals to A square x plus A square y. Because we have added these two equations, you will take A square common, you find out sine square theta plus of cos square theta, that will be equals to A square x plus of A square y. So this will be, turns out to be 1. So we found A square is equals to A square x plus of A square y. So you can see from here what will be the value of A, the magnitude of A. We found out A is equals to under root of A square x plus of A square of y. So this is the magnitude of the component. If suppose we need to find out its direction, so what we are going to do, we are going to divide equation 2 by equation 1. So we found that is tan of theta is equals to AY upon A of x. So theta will be equals to tan inverse of AY upon AX. So this will gives its direction and this will gives its magnitude. So now you understand that when we are going to resolve the components in its respective, so you can find out this will be theta and that will be your components which we have to use and how we are going to resolve these components. So I think this is clear to you that what are the components and how we are going to represent these components. Okay, so this is all about your rectangular components. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.